I've actually never seen like the 3, 2, 1, you are connected so quickly, but I'm coming at you with Google Fiber connection now. I got rid of my AT&T and I'm so happy. It's like the little things, you know what I mean? But it's interesting. I spent like 2 hours on, I think it was Friday night last weekend. I was organizing all of the resources, all of the programs that I've bought, all of like the downloads and the trainings that I've bought just this year. So just in 9 months. And I was organizing all of the things that I bought and like including the links because I wanted to go back and revisit all of the things that I had already purchased. And it's interesting. I am like very easily sold to by certain people. There's only like 2 to 3 people that I buy from consistently when it comes to learning about this business, learning about this industry. And I realized that like, oh, I'm only really buying from like 2 to 3 different women in this space. And I should do this. Yeah, it was like almost cathartic, but I also realized I've spent like 30 grand on continued learning in the last 9 months. That's insane. That's a lot of money. And I don't even feel bad for that. First of all, it's a tax write-off, but also I am dedicated and devoted to being the best that I can be at what I do and also building like a huge empire. So I don't feel bad about that. But I had some huge revelations over the last couple of days when it comes to continued learning and all of this stuff. It's interesting because for the longest time I was starting this business, and when I started this business originally in 2020, I was in network marketing and I was coaching my network marketing team of over 2,000 women. I would coach them every single Monday night to show up in their social media. Like every Monday I had what was called Mastermind Monday, and I didn't even know what masterminds were at the time. I came up with that name because it was cute. And I would host this Monday night call. I still have all the recordings from it. And it all centered around branding in your social media and like identity, like energetics and mindset and all of that stuff every single Monday. And then I would, create these challenges, etc. That's not the point of the story. The point of the story is I remember when I got into running my own business. So I got out of network marketing and I was like, I'm going to do my own thing here. I'm going to start my own business. I came at this like I needed to learn so much. Like I didn't know what I was doing. I felt like I'm a beginner. I need my hand held. Like someone else has the answer and I need to go find out who that person is. I need to learn the strategy. I need to know the step by step. Just hand me the blueprint and I will do it, for crying out loud. Like that is what my heart always said. Like I would be sitting here and I would literally be thinking like, gosh, do you know how hard I can work? Like, do you know how much I'm willing to give? Like, do you know how bad I want this? Like, just give me the answers already. Like, I will do it. You just have to tell me. And I would show up to calls with mentors and I would listen to podcasts from certain people, and I would literally think to myself, what did she do to get that success? Because whatever she did, I'm just going to mimic it and I'm going to do that. And then I should be successful because it worked for her. And I'm not kidding you. That was my mindset for a long time. And even now, like I love buying resources when it comes to learning about what we're doing here. Like I truly find joy in that. And I love listening to ambitious women talk about what it takes. And all of this time, until this year, like this year, I do feel like I'm a new version of myself. But for the last few years, all that time, I just wanted clarity. I just wanted strategy. I just wanted to be told what to do. And I knew I could do it. And I've realized, I see this in my clients now. They want clarity so bad. They want to know how to take up more space. They want to know how to own who they are. They want to know how to get to the success. They want to know how to make more money. And I truly take a step back sometimes and I want to ask, like, you want clarity. You want to know what to do. But are you really willing? Are you really willing to do what it takes? Thank you for sharing this with us in this way. There's so much to soak up and to want to embody, but it's always deeper and feels more clear when we get uncomfortable. So true. So true. And that brings me back to like what I'm sharing. Like I The real question is like, you want clarity, you want to know how to get to success, but are you willing to do what it takes? And for the longest time, if I would have asked myself that question, I would have been like, yeah, I'm willing to do what it takes. I'm a hustler. Like, I'm not afraid of hard work. And I'm here to tell you, hard work is not going to be the thing that gets you to where you want to go. That alone is not enough. It's just not. The thing that's going to get you places, the thing that's going to move you along is you. And you have to be willing to stretch yourself into new zones, into new versions of who you currently are. Who you are right now is not going to be the version of you when you get to where you want to be. What is that version of you? And I know that's cliche. I know you hear that from a lot of coaches. Like, who is the CEO version of you? How can you embody that now? Yes, but like, let's take that deeper. Because the version of me who wants to be where I want to go, she's not buying one-off programs. She's not buying the low ticket stuff just so that she can watch a training and try to crack codes. She's actually investing big time in mentors that are going to give her live support, but also call her out on her shit. That's the version of me who is going to be like this big time person. And eventually I'm going to like see no one else because I'm going to just be in my own lane. That's the version who I need to become. And you have to get very crystal clear on that. Like, this goes beyond like, okay, if I want to be somebody, then I need to have a strong morning routine. Like, it goes beyond that. And if you're constantly looking for the answers outside of yourself, if you're constantly thinking to yourself, if I just download the right hook, if I just say the right thing, then somebody will buy, you're still looking outside of yourself. If you could sit down and just write and say, here's what I want my ideal client to hear from me. Here's what I want to be perceived as. And then if you go take all of that writing and then compare it to what you're posting, does it match up? You don't need a strategy. You know the answer. Like, go look at your branding, go look at your content. And to me, content is truly like, it's what you're putting in your emails. It's what you are putting in your stories. It's the way that you invite people into your world. You know innately if you're owning what you do, if you're taking up space, if you're being clear. You don't need a messaging training. You don't. I never want to be the woman who's like, okay, I'm saying the right thing so that the person is persuaded by me and she buys into my world. Like, my ideal client isn't impressed with good messaging. She's impressed with who I am at my core. She's impressed by the way that I live my life. So I had to start showing that. And I had to stop looking for answers outside of me. This goes with everything. I don't care if you're like on a weight loss journey, like, you know what to do to lose weight, bro. Are you kidding me? You don't need to download a new diet. You know what to do. I don't care if you're like trying to have a better marriage. You know these answers. But we refuse to do the work that makes us feel stretched. And I am so disheartened by women coming into my space and like over analyzing every single thing that they post and overthinking every single move that they make, and then being up and down in their emotions of their business because they have a good week and then next week's a bad week and people aren't enrolling. So it like tortures their worthiness. And I'm like, dude, what are we actually doing here? Nothing outside of you determines how worthy you are. I don't care how many people are in your world. I don't care how much money you make. Do you have killer mentality? Because killer mentality would require you to do the work on yourself, to actually sit down in a quiet space and think to yourself, what do I want to post today? And you'll get to the point where you don't even have to sit down and think about that. It just comes to you. The amount of ideas that I have, it's like I'm living my life. I'm coaching my clients. I'm building this empire, and ideas are just coming to me. I have one conversation with someone and I'm like, oh, I should create a post on that conversation. That was good. I coach somebody over here and I'm like, ooh, I need to create a post on what she's facing because I know so many women are facing that. Pay attention. Or I go through like these life events, which seems to be a lot in the last year. And you can't help but develop perspective. Like, you have two choices. You can either like crawl into a hole and think your life sucks, or you can take these life events and you can say, I'm going to become a freaking animal because life is short. And I am going nowhere fast, so I might as well make the time worth it while I'm here. And the time worth it to me is like, watch me become a very fierce version of myself. Watch me elevate who I am from the inside out. Watch me fall in love with everything that I am, with every fiber of my being. Watch me. And you know what that looks like from the outside looking in? You know what people see from the outside is they look in and they're like, holy crap, like you're on fire. Like you're making big moves. Like, wow, you've had so much success. Like, wow, like you're really, like you're different. You're different. And you know what is hilarious? I recently posted about, I hired a new mentor. And I've had so many messages from people asking me who that mentor is. So many. It's not just one of you. It's like multiple of you are like, who's the mentor? Because you just had a ton of success. So it must be the mentor that you hired. That must be the reason. And I'm like, wow, I actually have done that too in the past. Like I've looked at other women having success and I'm like, I wonder who's coaching them. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy because yes, this mentor that I hired, she's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Every mentor that I've hired is amazing. Who's the mentor? You can slide in my DMs. All day I'll share who I've hired in my mentorship. Like I don't hold back on that. I have no fear of like any of that. But it's not just one mentor that is the answer. That's the thing, is it's like I don't hire these people and think to myself, she's going to be the one that sets me on fire. Like I really don't believe that. And what's hilarious is like I'm approaching this mentor with fully baked ideas and she's guiding me through those ideas. She's not giving me answers. She's not coming up with ideas for me, because if she did, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. That's why your templates that you're using and the blueprints you're using, they don't work for you. They worked for the person who built them for her business. And that's what makes all of this so crazy, is you're sitting there wasting time trying to think to yourself, who's the best mentor for me? What's the best strategy for me? Just make moves from your heart. What do you want to create? What do you want to build? How do you want to move? And yes, hire a mentor, because I fully stand behind that. Fully stand behind that. But to put all of your eggs into the basket of this mentor is going to be the one that changes the game for me, again, you're not moving right. You're still looking outside of yourself. And the answer is never there. The answer is always in your spirit, in your soul. Always. With that being said, I could keep going because I'm really passionate about this, but I actually have some calls coming up. So I need to wrap this up. I am building a new division to my business, and this is going to be an absolutely insane experience. I've shared like little pieces of it. There's hints everywhere, but I haven't exposed the full details. And that's because I'm waiting a little bit. So this is going to be like a behind the scenes sale currently, before I expose all the details. And right now, behind the scenes, if you message me or you DM me and you want information on this space, I will absolutely share with you what this is going to be. This is going to be built for the woman she's a female founder. She is highly ambitious. She wants to build something of her own, and she needs help like tapping into creativity. Everything that I just talked about, she needs support in looking within herself so that she can stop looking outside of herself and finally like cut the block that she has. So that is what this space is going to be built on. And it's going to be wildly transformative. I'm nervous for the transformations. Like I'm so excited, but I'm also like, holy crap, this is going to be so insane that my mind and my heart cannot even conceptualize what we're about to do. It feels almost like a little bit heavy to me, but I know that this is work that I am meant to do with you. And I know that it's going to change lives, absolutely change lives. Like there's There's the part of me that loves content and I love helping women make a ton of money. And like, I think that's all really cool. And I love the strategy. And then there's a part of me that believes everything that I just walked you through. Like this business, this idea of making FU money, it can't come from anything but within you. And so I want to lead that transformation in combination with everything else that I do. And this is going to be set up for you to basically take everything about you that makes you rare, take everything inside of you that maybe has hurt you in the past, or maybe you have like these moments of lighting up and like these sparks that you have, take all of it, the full picture of who you are. We're going to take that and turn it into a machine that works inside of you so that you no longer have to be like, what do I say? How do I get people to sell? There will be no convincing, because when you turn into this person who knows who she is, owns what she does, takes up space naturally without convincing people, without having to prove anything, when you become that type of woman, you become contagious. You become undeniable. And I'm going to lead you through that. And that's what this next phase is. So this is like a soft launch. If you want the details, you can slide in my DMs. Details will be coming later, probably like in a couple weeks. And if you slide in my DMs now, you will get an opportunity to join this space at a very steep discount. However, like I said, there's no pressure. Like, I'm not convincing anyone to join this because I know how powerful this is going to be. And I want you to be ready for that. I want you to be like, yeah, I'm cut the shit. Like, I'm done downloading the free guides. I'm done like paying low ticket for things. Like, I just want to transform. Moments of clarity, and this feels like a force building inside myself. Hell yes. That's exactly it. Hell yes. I love that. I love that for you. I love that for us. And again, it's like this collective movement that we're about to have, and it's going to be wicked. So with that being said, I love you guys so much. Thanks for listening in to my live today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and feel free to slide in my DMs. We can chat about it. And that's a wrap. Mwah.